I've spent the last few hours trading for every single rookie on Madden 26, and the team is looking a little interesting. And by every rookie, I do mean almost every rookie, or at least the notable ones. I wasn't gonna go out and get like some 5th and 6th string QB, but we have pretty much everyone that we need here. We have an entire offensive line and backups at every single position. I didn't change anyone's position either. I wanted to keep everyone at the position that they were drafted at. The only thing I would consider is maybe moving Will Campbell to guard, but other than that, I have rookies at every single position. I'm curious to see what happens in a few years when this team develops. I'm assuming that we'll be the highest overall team in the league in like 5 years, but it's also Madden at the end of the day, so who knows. But so really quickly, I just want to run through the roster and just kind of look at like where every rookie in the game is at. Now, these are the official EA rosters. I didn't download any of the custom ones yet because I don't really trust them. But if you guys have any suggestions for any rookie rosters, just let me know. So starting as our QB1, we have Cam Ward. And I think Cam Ward's a really interesting prospect. I mean, obviously he's the #1 overall pick, but it feels like there's not really that much hype around him. I mean, he's not as good as quarterbacks have been in the past, probably, as a pure prospect. I think if the Titans can get their line together, and if they can get the receivers actually creating separation, I think Cam Ward could have a pretty good rookie season. Now, we do have Jackson Dart and Shadur, but I kind of just have them on the team for the sake of it. I don't think they're going to play at all, at least not in this rebuild. If you guys want to see a rebuild with them, let me know, but for now, we're going to stick with Cam Ward. At running back, we do have the 2nd highest overall rookie in the game right now, Ashton Jeanty, and I think you can't really go wrong with Ashton. He pretty much can excel at almost anything, and I think the Raiders have a really solid pick. Now, they do have a lot of gaps pretty much everywhere, but they brought in Pete Carroll. They're going to want to run the ball. It's going to work pretty well with this guy. We also have Marion Hampton backing him up with Travion Henderson. Then at wide receiver, we do have Teteroa McMillan, Luther Burden, Matthew Golden, Emeka Egbuka, and it just keeps going. I think the Panthers drafting McMillan was a pretty good decision, but Bryce Young, I really think that he could be a great QB in the league. Obviously he started off terribly almost every year of his career, but he keeps putting it together, and I think this year bringing in an actual wide receiver 1 instead of just dealing with like Adam Thielen, and not that Adam Thielen's bad, but he's not, he shouldn't be a 1 when he's 36 years old. So I think bringing in McMillan could actually make Bryce Young a pretty big threat. Then we have Luther Burden from the Bears and Matthew Golden from the Packers. At tight end, we have Tyler Warren and Colson Loveland. Left tackle, Will Campbell. Again, I could move him to guard, but I think I'm just going to keep him since I think he's the highest offensive lineman rookie in the game. And left tackle, it's probably the 2nd most important position in football. At left guard, we have Gray Zabel. Center, we have Tate Ratledge. There were not a lot of center options, and I considered moving a few guys to center, but they really just don't have the build. I was thinking maybe Donovan Jackson, but I settled on keeping Tate there. At right guard, we have Tyler Booker, and at right tackle, we have Armand Membu. At edge, we have Abdul Carter, and this is a guy, he can really just do everything on the field. And I think one of the main knacks is that he's not as strong as other pass rushers, but he doesn't have to be. He can work his way around tackles almost as good as anyone, and he's just a rookie. I think he's going to be one of the best rookies in the entire league, if not one of the better, maybe best defensive linemen in the league. For our other edge rusher, we have Jalen Walker or Michael Williams. I'm not really sure which one's going to start. I think ideally they would get rotated in and out, but it's Madden, so I doubt that that'll actually happen. Now, I'm excited to see what this team's going to do. Mason Graham on the inside at nose tackle and Kenneth Grant. I'm surprised with how highly Mason Graham is rated, and Kenneth Grant for a matter of fact. I think they're both great prospects, Mason Graham especially. I don't know, like an 80, that feels pretty high, especially considering Cam Ward's like a 73, 72. It doesn't scale the way you would think it would. And I get like rookie ratings in Madden are always hit or miss, but it just, especially this year, it feels pretty strange. We also have Jahad Campbell from the Eagles being backed up by Carson Schwessinger. I think Jahad Campbell is going to be an amazing player for the Eagles. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Obviously, he's an incredible athlete. He started college as an on-ball linebacker. He's worked his way to play in the middle of the field. He's worked his way into pass coverage, and I think there's a lot to like with Jahad Campbell. I think it depends if the Eagles can develop him. I think that's a big deal. I think he's going to be a very, very solid prospect for the Eagles. At corner, we have obviously Travis Hunter. I do think he's the highest rated rookie in the game. I'm not sure. It had Ashton Jeanty at an 85, but on EA's website, he's like officially an 83, and Travis Hunter is an 84. So I'm not really sure what to follow here. But obviously, Travis Hunter, probably one of the best corner prospects we've seen in a while. Hopefully, he'll perform well at an NFL level. I have no idea how the Jags are going to use him on the offensive side of the ball too. But as far as he goes defensively, he should be an incredible corner. He has all the tools to be elite. He just needs to stay healthy and just do what he does. We also have Jahdae Barron. Honestly, I don't really know a lot about him. Broncos fans, I'm sure you can clue me in here. You know, he should be pretty solid just based on the ratings, but the Broncos have one of the best or second best defense in the entire NFL, and I think if anyone can develop this guy, it'll be the Broncos. At safety, we have Malachi Starks, and the Ravens, I mean, they made an incredible pick with this guy. I really wanted the Eagles to get him. He's a great athlete, great in coverage as well. It was a very Ravens pick, just waiting until the end of the first round to just go and get a great player, and I think he did fall a little bit too, and you know, he just fell right into the Ravens' hands, and they're also probably going to be a top 3 defense. I mean, he might even start, like, they're for sure a top 2 or 3 secondary in the entire NFL, and I think it's hard to argue with his athleticism. He should be a great prospect. And at strong safety, we have Nick Manowari from the Seahawks, and that is pretty much the entire roster. I'm not sure how this team's going to perform in sim. You know, it is a bunch of rookies and we're dealing with Madden here, but I think they should play pretty well. Of course, this game is completely dependent on playbooks, so if we're underperforming by year 2 or 3, I will change the playbooks, but for now, I'm just going to stick with the Jags playbooks and see what these guys can do. So here's every single rookie in Madden 26. I will see you at the midseason mark. And okay, at the midseason mark, we are 1-6. We have the worst offense in the entire league and one of the worst defenses. I'm not really sure what's going wrong. I mean, obviously they're a bunch of rookies, so it's kind of to be expected. Cam Ward is playing terrible. He's also only been sacked 14 times, which for Madden, that's incredibly low. Rushing, Ashton Jeanty is actually playing amazing. 4.7 in Madden is like, I mean, it's basically prime Saquon Barkley. Receiving, Tetaroa is our leading receiver, followed by Tyler Warren, really, and Luther Burden is our 3. Ashton Jeanty is our 4. I guess Matthew Golden's not getting much playing time. I think Jeanty could be in the slot. Let me go check that real quick. Okay, Travis Hunter is actually in the slot, but if I'm not mistaken, I didn't see any stats for him. So I'm not really sure who's playing in the slot. I get that there's not an official like double position for Travis to play. Obviously, probably in real life too, it'll be hard to actually work him into packages consistently, but in this game especially, like, I mean, Travis Hunter is our starting slot and he doesn't have a single reception, so I think I'm just gonna move him out of there. I don't really know who's actually playing in the slot, but yeah, for now I'm just gonna move Igbuka into the slot, Matthew Golden to back him up. I'm not really sure how else to get these guys the ball. It's probably because Jeanty is our second gadget player, but we also have Travis Hunter. I really have no idea how Travis Hunter is supposed to be used in the game. I'm trying to let the CPU do its thing. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Abdul Carter is leading us in sacks with 5. That's pretty good at the mid-season mark. Hopefully he'll finish with like 11 or 12. That'd be a pretty good rookie year. Tackles, Carson Schwessinger is leading us with 55. That is amazing. Turnovers, okay, see, this is probably the problem. We only have 3 interceptions. Deflections, Travis Hunter is 9, which in Madden is amazing. We have a few fumbles. That is about it for defense. Kicking, wow, this guy is not playing great at all, but I guess it's just mainly Cam Ward just not playing great. I mean, Ashton Jeanty's playing amazing. The defense statistically looks fine, but I guess they're 30th. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Maybe we'll turn it around, but this video is more about like seeing how these players develop. And okay, we have made the playoffs at 7-10. What is going on in this league? The Ravens went 16-1. The Bucks were 14-3. How are we in the playoffs? We're 3 games negative. There's a ton of 8-9 teams. I guess we had the tiebreaker between a few bottom tier teams. This this is bizarre. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the strangest things I've seen in Madden already. It does look like we kind of turned it around, sort of. Our offense, it didn't finish great, but at least we weren't the worst in the league. Our defense was still pretty bad. Let's take a look at the team and see what the dev traits look like. And okay, Ashton Jeanty is playing up to a 96 overall with superstar development. I mean, you know, it's probably to be expected. He's one of the safest prospects in the class. He's gonna play great probably in real life, assuming the Raiders can block for him, which, you know, that is a big assumption. The entire offensive line is star, including Will Campbell, who I thought might have superstar, but I guess they give him star. McMillan does have superstar, Burden star, and Matthew Golden, I guess, did not play. I don't know why that happened. I'll take a look at the playbooks after this and just make sure that everyone is actually playing where they're supposed to be, because I'm trying to get as many players as I can to like play and develop. That's the whole point of the video. It's, you know, it's kind of fun. But on the defensive side of the ball, Abdul Carter does have superstar, Mason Graham star, Travis Hunter superstar, playing up to almost a 90 overall, star for both of the safeties, star for all of the linebackers, and this team is up to an 83 overall with an 85 defense and an 83 offense. I think we started the year around a 79, so that is not bad at all. I want to see the stat. Cam Ward did not have a good season at all. Threw more interceptions than touchdowns. You never want to see that. As far as rushing goes, Ashton Jeanty was great. 16 touchdowns with 4.7 yards per carry is incredible, and he didn't even play as many downs as you would think he did. Omarion Hampton had almost 260 downs. That's insane. At receiving, we did not have a single receiver even close to 1,000 yards, honestly. McMillan was the only one that was kind of there, and he caught 7 touchdowns, but other than that, we had a bunch of guys at like 600 yards, and our leading receiver had 69 receptions. That is just terrible. I guess it's Cam Ward's fault. I don't know. It's probably the playbook though. Membu let up 11 sacks. Will Campbell let up 10. That's not good, but for Madden, it's actually not that bad. Ratledge letting up 8 at center is terrible. Booker with 6 at right guard is not good at all. And Zabel with 4 is decent. And then defensively, as far as tackles go, Carson Schwessinger led us with 126. He was the only one to break 100. TFL's Mason Graham led us with 12. Abdul Carter with 10. Jalen Walker with 9. But this is what I'm most excited for. Abdul Carter led the team with 18.5 sacks, and I'm assuming he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. If he could do this in real life, obviously it would be an incredible rookie season, but even here in Madden, like, this is a great season. Jalen Walker with 9, Jahad Campbell with 4.5. I guess he played on ball and off ball, so that's nice to see. He actually moved around the field. You know, it's not pretty often that you actually see any versatility in Madden. Carson Schwessinger, he should be a Mike. I'm not really sure why he's coming off the edge at all, but he finishes with 4.5 sacks. Michael Williams with 4, Kenneth Grant with 4, Mason Graham with 3, and Malachi Starks picked one up. That's interesting. Interceptions, Nick Amanawari had 3, Maxwell Harrison had 3, Travis Hunter had 3, and Travis Hunter also finished with 13 deflections, which led the team. Carson with 11. Now, I don't want to say he could beat Abdul Carter for Defensive Rookie of the Year, but having 4.5 sacks, a pick, and 11 deflections, and leading the team in tackles, he could beat Abdul Carter. All right, and let's take a look at the awards. MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Coach of the Year goes to John Harbaugh. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jamar Chase. Defensive Player of the Year to TJ Watt. These guys are pretty consistent as far as Madden Sim goes. I mean, I think Joe Burrow wins like 90% of the MVPs just because their running back gets like 5 carries, and Joe Burrow throws the ball about 50 times a game, so he just ends up with MVP every single year. But okay, for Offensive Rookie of the Year, it does go to Ashton Jeanty. McMillan was at 2. Caleb Johnson was at 3. I forgot to trade for him. That's my bad. Tyler Warren was at 4. Luther Burden at 5. Cam Ward at 6. Mason Taylor at 7. Interesting. I'm surprised the tight end made it up here, besides Tyler Warren, but you know. Buka at 8. Trey Harris at 9, and RJ Harvey at 10. For Defensive Rookie of the Year, we do not get it. It goes to Oladejo. Really? I have to see what he did. Abdul Carter at 2, who had 18.5 sacks, mind you. Jalen Walker at 3, Schwessinger at 4, Jahad Campbell at 5. You know, I couldn't trade for every single player just because not all of them could get playing time, but we did get most of them. Amanawari at 7, Travis Hunter at 8. Really? That's kind of low. Maxwell Harrison at 9, and Donovan Ezeruku at 10. Now, I do want to see what Oladejo did to beat Abdul Carter, who, mind you, had 18.5 sacks. That might be a rookie record. I'm not sure what it is, but he had 25 sacks. Are we... Okay. I mean, you know, it could happen. There could be a rookie that breaks the sack record. It's not impossible. Yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, sometimes you just have a rookie come in and be the greatest defensive player of all time. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll let the Titans keep him just because it's kind of fun to see, and I kind of want to keep the same guys that we have. I tried to pick all the highest overalls, and Oladejo was not there. But yeah, so we are in the playoffs against the Bengals at 7-10. Now, I'm not expecting to win this, but it'd be nice if we could. We do not win. We lose 24-21, and that's fine with me. I mean, I didn't really care what happened. I was just more interested that we made the playoffs at 7-10. That's one of the most absurd things that I've ever seen. But I will see you guys in the offseason. I'm going to make sure that we have all the players re-signed, and I will see you guys in a second. So here we are in the next season. Obviously, we didn't have that much to re-sign considering we have a team full of rookies, but I do actually want to show the dev traits if anyone got upgraded, because I forgot to show it, and it looks like Ashton Jeanty did. He won Offensive Player of the Year. That is nice to see. The rest of the team, I'm not seeing anything on offense at least, but Jeanty does go up to Superstar X Factor, and I believe he got it from Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he did. Okay, that's nice to see. Now, I'm curious if anyone on defense got it. I could see Abdul Carter going up because, you know, he got 19 sacks almost, and he does not move up, but Jihad Campbell goes up to Superstar, which is interesting. Nick Manowari and Malachi Starks both go up to Superstar, and Travis Hunter goes up to Superstar X Factor. That is interesting to see. Did he win? There's no way he won DB of the Year, right? I guess he just, yeah, no, he just got moved up. Okay, I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. But so we are in year 2, and the team is looking solid. We're still in 83 on offense, 85 on defense. And yeah, there's not much else to say. Let's get into the sim. I will see you guys at the midseason mark. We are back at the midseason mark at 4-3, which is definitely an improvement on last year. But we did make the playoffs last year going 7-10. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that again, but the team is looking a lot better. I did switch the playbook to the Eagles playbook. I kind of wanted to see a more balanced offense. I wanted to make sure that the receivers were actually playing receiver. But yeah, the stats look a lot better. We're about middle of the pack for offense, but our defense is actually top 10, ranking at 7th, and our rushing defense looking incredible. I want to take a look at the stats just to see what's going on. Cam Ward is playing he's playing much better. I mean, this game really is just all about playbooks. He's already been sacked 19 times, which he's probably on pace for getting sacked like 60 times, but I mean, there's just nothing you can do about it, man. But Jeanty is playing terrible. I'm not sure why. He got dev traded up, and I believe he's even a 90 overall, which is usually the threshold for running backs to be good in this game. Yeah, he's a 93 X Factor. He's just playing bad. Maybe it's the playbook. I'm not sure. I guess our rushing attack just isn't as good, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Receiving, we're looking a lot better. The ball is getting spread around. We still, I guess Ashton Jeanty is in the slot. Honestly, that's fine with me. We'll just deal with it for this rebuild. You know, we don't need to have 3 receivers every single time. Blocking, I mean, our line is just playing atrocious. Donovan Jackson is probably one of the worst players I think I've ever seen in this game. It's actually kind of incredible how many sacks he's allowing from guard. He's giving up about a sack a game from guard, which is just abysmal. Defensively, Abdul Carter's leading us with sacks, obviously. TFLs, Michael Williams is actually leading us with 8 tackles. Carson Schwessinger is leading us once again. Picks, not a lot of picks, but our defense is still doing a lot better than our offense. So I'm not gonna complain. You know, I do want to make the playoffs, but I just feel like we're just gonna collapse, which, you know, it is what it is. It's Madden, but I will see you guys at the playoffs, and hopefully we make it. And okay, here we are at the playoffs, and once again, we make it with the all-rookie team with a negative record. We lose both of our games to end the season, which is unfortunate. The Eagles go 16-1. I don't know how this is happening. We keep just sneaking in. I guess there's just a lot of like mid teams. Yeah, there's just a ton of like 10-7 teams, 9-8. It's just, this is bizarre. Are we winning the division even? I have no idea how this is happening. Yeah, I guess we keep winning the division. I forgot to check that last year, but I'm assuming that's what happened because there's no other way we should have been in the playoffs. I mean, the AFC South is probably the worst or second worst division in football. It's pretty bad. This is just bizarre. We keep making the playoffs at a negative record, but I mean, hey man, I'm not gonna complain. For the stats, Cam Ward had a much better year. This is what actual rookie season should probably look like in Madden, not what he just had. It's still not great for Madden standards, especially with the playbooks, but he gets sacked 42 times, which, you know, in real life, that's terrible, but in the game, it's actually not too bad. And Jeanty did recover. He's back up to about 4.5 yards per game, 11 touchdowns, just over 1,000 yards. For receiving, we still do not have a single receiver even close to 1,000 yards. I don't know if it's Cam Newton's fault or I don't know if it's Cam Ward's fault or the playbook's fault. I'm not really sure. Touchdowns is basically non-existent. I mean, we only caught 14 touchdowns, which doesn't make any sense. How did Cam Ward throw 25 touchdowns if we only caught 14? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. For the blocking, once again, the interior of our line was just abysmal. Donovan Jackson is just not playing well at all. Kelvin Banks lets up 9. Will Campbell lets up 7. I guess they benched Membu. I'm not sure why. I thought he was playing, but oh well. I'm just kind of letting the CPU do whatever, you know. I'm trying to show off all the rookies in this if I can, but obviously there's only so much I can do because unfortunately in the game you can't really have any actual depth. It'd be cool if you could, but you know. Defensively, Carson Schwessinger once again leads the team in tackles with just over 100. TFL's Abdul Carter leads us with 12, Jalen Walker with 10, Michael Williams with 10, Schwessinger with 6, and sacks once again Abdul Carter at 19, Michael Williams at 8.5, Jalen Walker had a little bit of a down year with 5, Kenneth Grant with 4, Mason Graham with 2.5. He is just not doing much. Did he just not play that much? No, he played a pretty good amount. I mean, he should at least be getting more TFLs, if not sacks. He can do both. Interceptions, Travis Hunter with 3, Schwessinger with 2, Jahad Campbell with 2. That's nice to see. Barron with 1, Nick Aminawari with 1, Malachi Starks with 1. We had a lot more picks this year, I think. That definitely helped. Deflections, Carson Schwessinger with 13, which is incredible. Travis Hunter with 7, Jahad Campbell with 6. I think Jahad Campbell got a lot more playing time this year. He was probably, I'm assuming he was the starting linebacker next to Carson Schwessinger this year, and they didn't rotate him out as much. But yeah, that is it for the stats. We were 24th offensively, and defensively we were 18th. So our defense was definitely better. Our offense still is just not playing great. But in year 2, we will see if we can win the wild card round. And we once again lose. And, you know, it's kind of to be expected. The team is still pretty young. I'm hoping we're going to have a pretty big year 3. Obviously, teams are getting better through the draft and free agency, and we are not at all. But I mean, you know, the team should still develop pretty well. We pretty much have everyone guaranteed for at least 4 years, if not 5, with player options. The players should be pretty consistently progressing. I didn't change any of the XP sliders. They're on all the default ones. So hopefully the team gets better next year. I'm hoping next year we can have a little playoff run. Maybe Cam Ward can play decent. I mean, I'm not sure why he's not playing that well. He's up to an 80 overall, which is solid. But, you know, you see QBs in this game that are like 70 overalls throw for 40 touchdowns. I might look at a playbook change again. I really just want to get Cam Ward involved in this video. I know Jeanty should also be a big focus, but, you know, I just kind of want to see what Cam Ward can do in this. But okay, let's get into year 3. I will see you guys there. Currently, we're an 86 overall. And actually, hold on real quick. I want to see where that ranks for the rest of the league. It looks like we're about middle of the pack. Okay, so the team, they're actually playing about how they should, which is surprising. Usually you either severely overperform or underperform in this game. I will see you guys at the next season. Okay, and we are here in year 3. I forgot to record earlier, but basically I switched to Chiefs playbook and Steelers playbook, and you know, the team is looking a lot better. We're finally positive in the playoffs. We are a 90 overall, an 89 on offense, and a 92 on defense. And here, yeah, this is the power of the Chiefs playbook. Our offense is averaging 28 points per game. We have one of the best passing games in the league. Rushing isn't exactly where you'd want to see it, but you know, it's fine. Defense is kind of middle of the pack, which I'm kind of surprised to see, especially given how well they've performed in the Jags playbook. And Cam Ward is probably an MVP. I mean, he's putting up almost 50 touchdowns to just 12 picks. This game really is just playbook dependent. It sucks. It really is, at least for Sim, because look, this is the Jags playbook, and this is only a year difference, okay? He's thrown for about 1,000 yards more, 20 touchdowns more, the same amount of picks. His completion percentage is the exact same. That's kind of ridiculous, but he's thrown almost 150 more attempts. It's just, the game is like completely playbook dependent, and I know you guys probably hear this a lot, but it's frustrating. It really is. I wish my players could just play. You know, I do get that scheming and playbooks are a big part of that, but it shouldn't basically just determine whether your team is good or not. But Jeanty actually does play amazing. I'm not sure how we were like the 27th ranked rushing offense. They averaged 5 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. I guess Teteroa McMillan had 49 rushing yards. Not sure what's going on there. Receiving, McMillan also led us with 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Igbuka with 1,207. Tyler Warren with about 907. Luther Burden, and here we go. This is the power of switching to the Chiefs playbook. He finished with only 800 yards, but 14 touchdowns. I also moved him to the slot just to make sure that he was playing. Jeanty also picked up 4 touchdowns and about 400 yards. Colson Loveland even got in there, which is actually surprising. Usually backup tight ends don't do anything. Blocking was once again terrible. Actually, it wasn't that bad. Okay, Will Campbell, you know, in real life, again, this is terrible, but in Madden, it's not that bad. He's probably playing like a middle of the pack tackle. Donovan Jackson was awful. So was Ratledge. Booker and Banks were decent. Banks was especially pretty good for playing tackle. Defensively, Schlesinger, of course, led us in tackles. He kind of just, he does everything on the field. I'm not really sure why. TFL's Abdul Carter leads us with 14, Mason Graham with 10, Jalen Walker with 7, Barron with 6. Really? Interesting. I don't know why our corner's coming off the edge, but whatever. Sacks, Abdul Carter with 16, Jalen Walker with 10.5. There we go. That's what I like to see. Mason Graham has not done as much as I've wanted him to do. He's our starting nose tackle. I understand he's not really built like a nose tackle, but he should be a better pass rusher, but it's whatever. Michael Williams with 4, Schlesinger again with 2.5. For picks, we have Travis Hunter again with 3. I think he had 3 at the midseason, so it's actually kind of low. Schlesinger with 2, Simon Starks and Aminawari with 1. Deflections were, yeah, this is about what I expect from Madden. 6 for Schlesinger, 6 for Campbell, Malachi Starks with 5, Travis Hunter with 4, Aminawari with 4, Barron with 4. But yeah, let's see if we can win our playoff game against the Titans. It's a divisional matchup. I'm hoping we can make it to the divisional. We're in year 3 and we're a 90 overall. We outranked them by 6 overalls, but knowing this game, we're gonna get blown out by 20 points, but hopefully we can win. And we do win our first playoff game finally. All it took was going positive in the playoffs. And yeah, I mean, the team should be up to a pretty good overall now. We should be able to make a pretty good playoff run. We're playing the Chiefs, which I'm not sure how to feel. Hopefully we can win. If we make it to the AFC Championship game, I will hop in and take a look at the all-rookie team. But for now, I'm just going to sim, and hopefully we can beat the Chiefs too. A Super Bowl run in year 3 would be insane, but you know, crazier things have happened in this game. And we do make it to the AFC Championship. We're playing the 13-4 Broncos, who we outrank by 3 overall. We're significantly better than them on defense, at least overall wise, and better on offense. But of course, their defense is 3rd in the league. Their offense is not nearly as good. But yeah, I think we're gonna hop into this one, just see what goes on here. And yeah, I'm excited to watch. And okay, here we are in the AFC Championship game. I'm hoping we can win this game, but obviously, like, there's only so much that I can hope for. But yeah, we're just gonna sim for now, and hopefully we can be up pretty well. And it looks like to start off the game, we are down 7-0. And we tie the game 7-7 going into the halfway. We're once again down by 7. Going into the third quarter, down by... oh my god, we're down by 2 scores. We do drive, okay, interesting. And it looks like we are about to be on defense, and the ball is on Denver's 30. I think we must have gone for an onside kick. Hopefully we can turn the ball over, and we get a punt. Okay, I'm actually gonna hop in here. I'm not gonna play like too much, but you know, I do kind of just want to see what this rookie team looks like. We have 1:30 to go, and we are on our own 44. Hopefully we can make the game-winning drive. I'm going to throw it over the middle to Jeanty. Here's wide open. This is on all Madden, so, you know, it shouldn't be super easy. Cam Ward has thrown 2 picks on the day. You don't like to see that, but, you know, we're keeping this game competitive. I don't know why they punted there. I'm hitting Tyler Warren over the middle there. Nice out route by Warren. And we're getting pretty close to field goal range. I'm gonna run it here with Jenny. I feel like we could actually do something. The Broncos have someone inside. Zach Allen is up to X Factor. That's interesting. Jenny gets stuffed. We're gonna burn a timeout here. Jenny also only has 4 rushes. Man, you gotta love the CPU. Like, oh god, it just is what it is. So we have a minute to go. We don't want to burn too much clock, but you know, we just want to make it competitive. I'm not seeing a ton. I'm gonna just dump it off to B here. He comes back. Is that Luther Burden? No, that's Emmanuel Guga. Okay, not much. We just burn about 20 seconds. Nice, you love to see it. I'm gonna hot route Warren over the middle and Jenny underneath. Just get a little like mesh concept here. Jenny gets stuffed. He's also wearing number 95. I did have to trade for everyone, so it probably messed up the numbers, but that is just hideous. But okay, so it's 4th and 4. We need a first down here. I'm pretty sure, yeah. B is wide open. That's Emmanuel Egbuka. We're going to burn our last time out here. We have a couple shots at the end zone. We just need to not get sacked here. I like these over the middle routes. They usually work pretty well. I'm going to put Warren on a streak. He's probably the first read, and then maybe McMillan on the outside. Egbuka should be on a little, yeah, he should be on a little dig. And Warren is wide open. Never mind. Okay, the ball did not get there. I guess that's my fault. I should have put more power into it, but whatever. So yeah, we burn it down. It's whatever. It only burned a few seconds. It's not gonna have much impact. That is a difficult throw, but McMillan, Cam Ward throws something. I mean, it definitely wasn't a dot, but it was a pretty good throw. And McMillan mosses, who was that? Who did he just moss? That wasn't Pat Surtain, surely. But a great catch for McMillan. Oh my god. And now this poses something interesting. Do we want to give the ball back to the Broncos? I think we will, because in the new playoff rules, we can actually get the ball back here. But that is... okay, they're going to ice us. Whatever, I'm just going to sim the PAT. This guy hasn't missed one all year. Hopefully he's not going to miss one now, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. And he does make it, and we are in overtime. And it looks like we're starting with the ball. We have a 21-yard reception for McMillan. McMillan is going off in this game. He probably just had the game-saving touchdown. Another catch for McMillan, and a catch for Burden, and we are just driving down the field. It might be over. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 1. Ashton Jeanty gets a nice 4-yard rush, and we pick up a first down. And we score a touchdown to Emmanuel Egbuka. Now the Broncos should get the ball back, assuming the game doesn't glitch. And they do. They pick up a 20-yard catch to Cortland Sutton. Okay. But it looks like we got a sack, and nope, never mind. They're driving right down the field. And they have scored once again. Now I believe, yeah, it should be next one scores. And Cam Ward gets sacked. 2nd and 18, 3rd and 13, and Emmanuel Egbuka picks up a 26-yard catch. It looks like we're kind of driving, maybe? I'm not sure what's going on. It's 2nd and 6. We're on the 31. Why don't they just kick a field goal? We don't have any timeouts left. I'm assuming, yeah, the clock. I guess they want to burn more clock. I'm going to throw McMillan on an out route, 2nd and 6. Just throw something safe underneath. And he does get out of bounds, and we're going to pick up the first. I think I accidentally clicked a fake field goal. So, okay. It looks like we're iced, but, you know, it shouldn't really be an issue. And the rookie basically through the middle. It looks like we're probably going to win this game. I'm going to hop out on defense. I kind of just want to see the players. Oh, never mind. I forgot. It was next one scores. That's my bad. But yeah, it looks like we're going to the Super Bowl. Bo Nix cannot get it done. I really don't know what happened or how we got the ball back. The Broncos were on their own 30, and they were on our 30, I thought, and they punted it to us. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, some of the decisions in this game. You'd think they'd just take a field goal. But on the game, Cam Ward finishes with 4 touchdowns. He definitely turned it around from what we saw earlier. Jenny only had 9 rushes. It's not really what you want to see. It's not like he was getting shut down at all. But McMillan, probably the player of the game. Cam Ward obviously played great, but he did throw 2 picks. Emmanuel Egbuka also, it looked like he had a lot of big pickups. Sacks, Michael Williams played nice. Jalen Walker played great. Interceptions, we did not have any. But yeah, I will see you guys in the Super Bowl, and it does look like it'll be the Eagles. They beat the Vikings 21-17 in the NFC Championship, and we are actually a higher overall than the Eagles, only by one, not by much, but we are 4 overall higher on defense, and even though our defense played worse, and we are actually a lower overall on offense, which is surprising. But yeah, they are the best offense in the league. We are the second best. But yeah, I will see you guys in this game. I'm probably gonna watch more of this game. I want to kind of let the rookies win it if they can. But yeah, I will see you in the game. All right, and here we are in the game, and it's pouring rain. That is interesting to see. I'm sure most of you guys are aware, but Madden does have a new weather feature, which is pretty cool. I mean, honestly, the weather looks amazing in this game, as we are up 7-0 to start the game, but at 10-0 now, 10-7, 70-7 going into the third quarter, 24-7. We are blowing the Eagles out, 38-7. And yeah, it's surely over now. I do want to meet the team on defense. We just haven't really seen any of them. It looks like we're going to win the Super Bowl with this rookie squad. These guys obviously have played very well, and as we get an RPO and everyone's just standing there. It's interesting to see that it's pouring rain in the Super Bowl. Usually you don't want to see that. It's supposed to be a pretty neutral site, but hey, it's Madden. What are you gonna do? I'm not sure where it is this specific year, as Jahad Campbell is actually up to X Factor. Yeah, it looks like the rookies are gonna win this. 5 seconds left, and we're up, we're up by 22. As Jalen Hurts is gonna throw underneath once again, and that is gonna end the game. The rookies do win the Super Bowl, and yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought it would take another year or two for them to be able to win it. They actually developed pretty quick. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not really sure what else to say. This has been a weird video. We made the playoffs going negative twice. Obviously, we probably won the division that first year too, going 7-10. We made the playoffs every single year, which is just insane, especially for an all-rookie team, as Cam Ward goes pretty much a perfect game with 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. I mean, you can't really ask for better. Jalen Hurts throws 2 picks. Ashton Jeanty gets shut down, actually. Just 1 touchdown, but 2.9 yards per carry. That is not good at all. Igbuka plays great. McMillan catches 2. That's nice to see. Defensively, Abdul Carter had 2 sacks. Jalen Walker with 1. Michael Williams with 1. Jahad Campbell with 1 as well. And Shamir Stewart had half a sack as well. Did we have any picks? Yeah, we did. We had 2, right? Travis Hunter with 1 and Jahad Campbell with 1 as well. That is always nice to see. We have won the Super Bowl with the all-rookie team. That's definitely nice to see. I wasn't expecting it to come only in year 3. That's kind of insane. I'm assuming Cam Ward won Super Bowl MVP. Cam Ward does pick up Super Bowl MVP. Maybe he will in real life. I'm sure it won't be as quickly as it was in this game. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. That was the all-rookie team. I mean, we played great. It's kind of insane how quickly we developed. I don't think I've ever seen... I mean, I know it's a team of rookies, but like, I didn't change any of the XP settings at all. And I mean, Cam Ward, I guess he's only an 85, but he's playing up to a 91. Ashton Jeanty's a 99. McMillan is an 80, playing up to a 91. Igbuka is playing up to a 90. Luther Burden's playing up to an 88, which is kind of impressive considering he didn't play for basically the last 2 years. Our line looks solid, even though they are not. They played like absolute horseshit. Tyler Booker, actually, he played pretty solid throughout, and so did Kelvin Banks. Tyler Warren, he played fine. He played pretty well, actually. Jahad Campbell played amazing. Schwessinger played amazing. Starks and Aminawari played pretty well. Abdul Carter played incredible in this rebuild, and so did Travis Hunter. Mason Graham, actually, see, this is something that kind of disappointed me. Mason Graham didn't do nearly as much as I wanted him to. I'm not expecting him to be like this unstoppable interior threat. He's going to be playing alongside Myles Garrett, probably, hot take, but the best defensive player in the league. I know a lot of people say it's TJ Watt. I don't think it is. And, Mason Graham, he should be super productive in real life. He should be one of the better interior pass rushers. Obviously, he's not going to be Dexter Lawrence right off the bat, but he should be pretty good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my first experiment. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations down below. I have a lot of exciting things coming for Madden 26. A lot of like a lot of like goofy stuff like this, a lot of experiments. I want to do a lot of stuff with legends and like legendary players, because I've not seen a ton of that, and I think it'll be pretty interesting. There should be a legend video coming out soon where I add one legend to every single NFL team, so make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, so you guys do not miss that. That should be an absolute banger of a video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We pick up the Super Bowl in year 3. The rookies, they played amazing. I mean, you know, it basically just happened when I changed my playbook, which is frustrating, but you know, the team is also pretty high overall, 91, which actually, let me see real quick. Are we the highest overall team in the game? I don't know if anyone else is competing with us. The Chiefs are not. The Lions are definitely not. And yeah, it looks like, I mean, we did take a lot of teams' players, but we also traded a lot. We also traded a lot of players too. We traded a lot of players to a lot of good teams. Maybe that messed up the contracts, but salary cap is off. I'm not sure what happened, but I do hope you guys enjoyed. I have a lot of stuff planned. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.